Well, hey there, Paris Paloma fans. Ken Lawson, Renaissance Man. And I am back with Paris again. And this time we have Good Boy. A lot of people asked for this in the comments for Labor. I have shot also The Fruits. And I don't think it actually got pushed out to anybody because it did horribly. But hopefully you all will go and check it out if you like this one. I'd appreciate it. Also, I've finished Labor, the Cacophony, and that is either out now because I am editing it right now, or it will be very soon, but I think it's out now. So let's go ahead and jump into this. I really love Paris Paloma's voice, and now that I've got a little better understanding from reading stuff, reading up on stuff for Labor, and about the album and things like that, I have a little better understanding of who she is and the approach she's taking in her music. So, and I love people that take their music and try to expose societal misdeeds, let's say, and trends. So let's go ahead and get into this fairly quickly. And we'll see what she's taking on this time, or if it's just a story. But we shall see. All right, Patreon and buy me a coffee down below if you want to support the channel. Appreciate it. But if nothing else, if you want to keep seeing Paris, go ahead and like and subscribe. That would help the algorithm and help me out. All right, thank you.
I knew one day I'd have to watch powerful men burn the world down. I just didn't expect them to be such losers.
I have never seen submission embodied half so well as in the feeble competition between men with souls to sell. And I've never seen a guard dog with less fearsome of a bite than with its tail between its legs found at the rich man's side. Look at him, he's sweating from the climb, office work, a soldier, CEO. He's bleeding and he's blind, and I have never seen a creature.
Ooh, I like that harmony there.
He drinks power like salt water, all because he cannot swim.
Okay, by the way, I have a lot to say right up front. So she covers a lot of ground just in this first verse and pretty much lays out what she's tackling this time around. Because, I mean, it's so obvious all the time. I wonder how far she's going to branch out in this. But also the imagery of the video it looks like it's just showing it looks like the whole manosphere crap, which I am not a fan of. I think it's disgusting. And this whole thing of hyping up men that we deserve this and we deserve that and we don't have these things because of women. It's like, Jesus Christ, people, get over yourselves. But yeah, it's a lot of what's ruining this country, and it's a shame, and it's probably a worldwide thing, but I just know what I see from this country. Anyway, let me get to the next. Yeah, I've never seen submission embodied half so well as in the feeble competition between men with souls to sell. Every bit of this is so relevant right now. And it's a shame that it's relevant right now, but it's also, I would say it's not surprising, but unfortunately I was surprised by it because I felt like for a while we were starting to strive forward, at least making small steps forward. And now just in, recent times, we have just tumbled backward 20 years at least. So, and I love this. I've never seen a guard dog with less fearsome of a bite. It's basically saying all these manosphere people are just basically posing as men to try and seem powerful when they're just not. Unfortunately, they have more sway than they should. And this, with its tail between its legs found at the rich man's side, like I say, it's so many of them are supported by richer people above them, and they think they're the powerful ones because they have the following. By the way, I want to play this part because I love the richness in her voice coming
But
up.
less fearsome of a bite than with its tail between its legs, found at the rich man's side.
Really, really nice richness there.
He's sweating from the climb, office work, a soldier, CEO. He's bleeding and he's blind, and I have never seen a creature more pitiful than him. He drinks power like salt water, all because he cannot swim.
And that's a great line there. He drinks power like salt water, all because he can't swim. Because if you drink salt water, it's actually bad for you. And saying that just because he can't keep his head above water and do the things that he should be doing, he tries to pursue power instead of being what he should be. And that it's a self-defeating act, because salt water will dehydrate you more than hydrate you. As far as she goes, I just love her voice. Of course, I love the accent, and I can U.S. guy here. Of course, to me, that's an accent. To you in the UK, it is not.
Because he cannot swim. Mouths open, serving, server, higher
Oh, being pushed out of the room.
They told him it's a staircase, it's a tower. Full circle, wagging tails, wearing a collar. Poor madman, that's what happens when you drink salt water. Find your tongue too early and realize.
Sorry, her lyrics are so profound in this that it's hard to just gloss over them. And the imagery here of the boardroom full of men, and she's being pushed out, and he's new to this, like he's an up-and-coming intern type, and he's watching it happen, and as it's happening, he's starting to feel the power of being able to just push women around, or push anybody around for that matter. The weaker, not weaker, but people without as many means. And he's just buying into it. And I'm curious what this figure is behind him. And it's also saying that all of these guys, it's a staircase. They told him it's a staircase, but it's a tower, meaning that it's basically the trickle-down theory of economics in a way, or power for that matter. You work your way up, kissing the powerful people's ass, and they'll let some of that power come down to you, which does not happen. Once again, this period of time is a perfect example of that. It's all about the people at the top. The ones below them can just go eat shit. So, and as we've seen from recent video, that's what they expect us to do. And the thing is, him buying into it is why this still goes on, because no one's willing to stand up and stop it. If enough men would quit letting other men act this way and call them out on it, maybe we would start to get better. I am curious to figure out what that figure means. That's unfortunate. Oh. God, every line is something I want to dissect.
What we know, the song sung in the dark times, the fire in the snow. We'll be piling up our fire and defend your lords, and we'll have our joy, but it will never be ours.
Could she be writing more poignant lyrics for the time? And then the thing of, I would not expect you to witness what we know. I think it's just saying, and basically what I got a lot in the comments for labor, and if you've watched Cacophony yet, you've heard my thoughts on all of that. But saying I would not expect you to witness what we know means that women recognize these behaviors just inherently because they've lived with them their whole life, of overbearing men mistaking being bullies and being entitled as power, when if they just pulled all that back and acted like decent human beings, then they would end up being able to work with the women, or whatever group we're talking about, other than just women, and they would become more powerful from all of that coming together, rather than them thinking they have to be over that to feel like a real man. And it's like, geez, come on, guys. And then this door open to communion, being your father's son, is kind of saying fathers pass all this bullshit down to their sons, because that's how patriarchy thrives, is the people before push it to their sons and say, you're entitled to this because you're a man. And so you can act this way. I'm not naming names because I don't want to get into it in the comments, but we all know who we're talking about. All right?
Being your father's son, and I would not expect you.
And I do love where her voice is sitting in this, and the music.
Times, the fire and the snow, we'll be piling up our fire, and you defend your lords, and we'll have our joy, but it will never be ours.
Yeah. Saying if they would share in the joy, then they would have that as well, but they won't.
The penny dropped, you're never gonna get it. Unrewarded for all of your defending from your lonely deception.
Wait, I want to see that line there. Even the dogs know not to drink salt water. Yet you're working exactly as intended. Has the penny dropped, you're never going to get it. Yeah, the trickle-down theory. Unrewarded for all of your defending, and this sounds like people in Congress right now who defend all the bullshit behavior that's going on when they know it's wrong. But to not defend it would be to lose some of their power. And that's why things don't work the way they should, because now it's not about doing the right thing. It's about holding on to power and gaining more power. And that's why our country is a little bit broken at the moment. I hope we come back from it. And it's interesting seeing the journey here. Of course, he's just representative of younger guys coming up who are all being sucked into this because they allow themselves to be.
And
then, of course, they all go, I'm lonely because I can't get a woman because it's their fault. And it's like, no, it's not their fault. It's because you act like shit. And of course, the men will all just consume each other because they all want to be the powerful one. And they're all subservient to somebody. And I'm wondering if he is now realizing that he's trying to attain power, but it's out of reach because they just keep moving the goalpost. And maybe it's her confronting him in his moments of realization. I guess we'll find out. Good boy. Oh, that's the end of it. Shoot. I actually wanted more. The guy that is, and remember when I say the guy, I don't mean that man in the video. I mean just in general. He's a representation of a wider thing. But the guy who thinks that he's gaining power and working his way up is being just as repressed and held back as the women that he thinks are beneath him. And a lot of the song is saying, you think that you're better than us and that you're moving in a direction beyond where we are, but you're just like us because you're beholden to the same societal repression and downward force that powerful people put on the people below them. And the thing is, most of these powerful people, it is a lot of older guys or guys that have bought into the whole toxic masculinity kind of bullshit, and yet so many of them aren't going to be happy because they're always going to be wanting more, and they're always going to be treating the people below them horribly. Not always, but in most cases. So I think it's saying, yes, you think that you're above where we are, but you're not. And that's my overall understanding of it. That's my take on it. Hopefully that's okay, and I don't annoy anybody this time. So anyway, I'll see you next time, guys. Really appreciate it. You have a great day, great night, great life. Bye.